Hi there. Welcome to Changes for a Lifetime, the channel where you know you're going to find something new. It could be a garden tip, it could be a beauty DIY that we make together, it could be a plant-based recipe, but today it's going to be a lifestyle tip. This video is merely to inspire you to try something different. It's going to be two parts to this one video. It's going to be how I became vegan and why I became vegan. I've been vegan for 10 years. So let's start with the why I became vegan. Okay, I had to take notes so that I wouldn't forget anything about why I became vegan. Let's scroll back in time. In the 1990s, I used to have lots of migraine headaches, and I couldn't find out why. They would come and I just have to be in complete darkness, and it really bothered me. So I signed up on the north side of the city and took a 30-day detox. It was complete food that grew, all plant-based, and different juices that I had to take. No meat, which was hard for me because I used to love me some meat. So I did that for 30 days. I had never felt so good in my entire life, nor could I wait to get off of it because I really wanted to get back to the meat and the way I had been eating. So I did the 30 days, felt good. Then I slowly started back to eating meat. And I thought to myself, there must be a correlation here. The migraines came back. I was like, oh man, here we go again. Did the detox again. So I did this detox maybe 5 times before it clicked. This must be the meat. This gotta be the meat. So I still wasn't ready to give it up. So I started cutting back on the meat. So that's why I became vegan, or started the process to becoming vegan, because I couldn't work with the headaches. I could not work with the headaches. That's one of the reasons. Another reason I became vegan was I cared for my mother who had breast cancer. I went with her to all of her appointments, all of her treatments, and I watched the deterioration of that. That messed me up. I said, oh, if I can do something to change my life, to make me be healthier, let me do it. Let me take care of myself. Then my dad, who had a stroke, he would not, by the time my dad got sick though, I was a complete vegan. My mom pushed me over the edge, so I thank her for that, because I know that I wanted my food to be my medicine. Let your medicine be your food, and your food that you eat be the medicine for your body. That's the road that I knew I wanted to be on. My mom, thank you, kicked me over the edge to becoming 100% vegan in 2010. And my dad, rest in peace, he never wanted to be vegan or vegetarian. So he ate what he wanted, lived how he wanted. Rest in peace to my parents. Another reason why I became vegan is I saw all of the produce that the Lord had provided for us. All types of colors, all types of textures, all types of flavors. I hadn't even touched the surface. So I knew that I was not going to starve not eating meat. So it opened up a whole new array of food for me. So I knew I would be okay. So that's another reason I became vegan. The main reason I became vegan 100% is because of the way I feel. That's enough. Haven't had any more migraines. My skin texture changed. My husband said, oh, you feel like velvet. I thought, oh, let me keep this up. So I encourage you all to try it for a day. A study for one. That's virtually what I did. I did it on myself. Didn't matter what everybody else was telling me. I had to do it for myself, and it was the biggest challenge I ever did in my life for myself. But I love it, and I would not go back for a New York minute. I wouldn't do it over. Vegan for the rest of my life. Now let me tell you how I did it. That part is a trip, because it took me years to make the conversion all the way over. So I started off, the first thing I gave up was pigs. And I should say pigs. Oh, I'm sorry, you all. It was pork. I gave up pork. Our ancestors, as black people, were fed pork scraps. So I knew that was the first thing I was going to give up. Gave up pork, beef, then chicken, then fish. The last thing I gave up was eggs. One day I was sitting at the table eating eggs. I used to like them over easy and runny. And I looked down at my plate and I said to myself, this looks like an embryo. That was a wrap. That was the last thing I ate that was living and not grown from the earth. Then I submerged myself into reading materials, videos, YouTube videos. But you know what else really helps me? I started joining up different meetup groups that were specifically vegetarians and vegan. So we shared recipes and foods, and we talked. It's endless, the information that we can receive. Endless, you all. I know you can do it. Just try it. Then they came out with all these different meat substitutes. So you don't have to be torturing yourself. I didn't have to torture myself. So I did a video on all the meat substitutes. So I'm not starving. I'm feeling good. I'm happy about the decision that I made to not be eating animals. I'm happy about that. So I inspire you to try it for a day or two. What do you got to lose? Study for one for yourself. Try it. I appreciate you watching. Don't give me no thumbs down on this. This is just inspiration. Either you like it or you don't. At least you listened and you will try something new. Maybe, maybe not. So subscribe, like, and share. Peace and blessings and changes for a lifetime. I am the only vegan in my entire family. My children, my husband are not. I cook meatless meals mostly and meals without bones. I'm working on them though. I'm working on them. Peace and blessings.